Hey, board gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo here, back with another episode of Gumbo Live. It's episode number 82. It's summertime. Forget all those reruns. Come join Gumbo Live when we do our special episodes this summer. Gumbo Live is the #1 Facebook Live talk show dedicated to board gaming. Our special guest tonight, Jeremy, the Game Geek Ninja. He's the designer of Bag of Spiders, blowing up on Kickstarter right now. And we also have Phillip Millman, the Baseball Highlights 2045 two-time world champion. We'll be talking games. We'll be talking Kickstarters, and we'll play a round or three of Just One with the chat crew, breaking in a new game tonight. Board Game Gumbo is a fine member of Punchboard Media. Check out our other fine members like What's Eric Playing? You know Eric Kirko, Jeremy. It's a weekly review series for various board games, tabletop games, and board game apps with a well-deserved reputation for amazing photography. All since 2015. Punchboard Media, check out where we all bring something to the table. Hit us up on social media tonight, on Twitter at Board Game Gumbo, or on Facebook.com at Facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo, and we'll be looking for your questions on the chat. But enough blather. Let's get right to our guests, Ninja and Phillip. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you.
So, Ninja, you know the routine. We always like to do the elevator pitch. Tell the audience, if they haven't seen you on our show before, you are a frequent guest. Tell us, who is Jeremy, the Game Geek Ninja? Why is he on my show tonight?
I'm a children's librarian, and I used to do reviews for board games, but I've shifted into design now. And we today launched a Kickstarter for a ridiculous project called Bag of Spiders.
It is ridiculous, and we're going to be talking about tonight. Yeah. A couple of people saying, hey, the name father, our executive producer, who is bon vacances à Montreal, Quebec, and is not going to be here tonight for most of the show, but thank you, Steve, for checking in. Phillip, first-time guest here on the show. Tell us all about yourself. 15-minute elevator pitch. A 15-second elevator pitch.
Oh, 15 minutes. I think I can go for hours. My name is Phillip Millman. I'm a board gamer. I'm not really that important in the board gaming world, but I like to have fun, and I seem to be meeting up with all the right people like BJ at Dice Tower Con.
And you've got a buddy I know from social media, Jason Dinger. We'll be talking about one of his games later on. He says, hey, everybody.
Jason and I have become friends since last BGG Con. I am really grateful to be friends with Jason, and surprisingly enough, I like one of his games. But that's a spoiler.
No spoilers. We'll get to that in a second. Verla's going to be helping us out later on in the game, and when we do Just One, and she's checking in. Hello, Verla. We've turned the calendar and we have it ready. And this one, unlike last month, I do recognize it's Dice Forge. Either of you guys played Dice Forge?
Nope.
Verla does an amazing calendar. She sent me a copy, and each month it's a surprise. I have no idea what game's going to be on it, but this month is Dice Forge. It's the one where you pop the tops of the die, and then you look all over the room to try to find them once you play them. So that is...
Oh, yeah, I played that. I'm sorry.
That is Dice Forge. So let's go right to Jeremy to open it up. Jeremy, you are blowing up on Kickstarter. It's something like 2,000 or 3,000%. And there's a reason for that.
Yes,
the Gumbo crew was picking on you all day about. You know the reason why it's blowing up at 2,000 or 3,000. But tell Phillip all about Bag of Spiders.
It's blowing up because we put the goal at $10 so that we would make sure that we make it. We wanted to make sure that we actually made the game. But Bag of Spiders came from my wife, Jamie. She made a joke to me one day. We were talking about all the games on Kickstarter, and she said, you can put anything on Kickstarter. You can put a Bag of Spiders on Kickstarter, and it would sell. And so I said, well, let's put a Bag of Spiders on Kickstarter. So I talked to Carla from Weird Giraffe Games last Origins, and she laughed at me, and we've been talking about it ever since, and so now we made it.
Well, actually, right now, according to Kickstarter, you're at 7,700%
Yeah,
funded.
there you go.
Wow, 77. Oh, it's more than when I left. It was at 2,000%. This, Jeremy, you are the Simon, or come on, as they say now, of Bag of Spiders.
Yeah, we have 42 backers. It's incredible.
That is fun. Christopher John checking in, saying hello, Christopher John. Check out that Kickstarter page for Bag of Spiders. We're going to be showing some pictures of it. What exactly do you get with the game besides live spiders if you spend enough money?
Well, the live spiders are the top goal. So the top pledge, if you want to do that, you get a bag of spiders. You get 55 plastic spiders. Yeah, that's it. And basically, the first game that I designed was a pressure luck game, which is what me and BJ played at BGG Con.
Right.
And you just pull spiders from the bag, and you're trying to pull 13 black ones. You can bank them in between. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's gotten universally good press. Here's one, that I thought, Phillip, you might get a kick out of. Eric from What's Eric Playing? He's the guy that we talked about at the start of the show, was asked to do a review for it, and he had some complimentary things to say, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, he said, no.
Ooh, when you talk about spiders, the first thing I think of is, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the universal response to bag of spiders.
So Jamie came up with the idea, in essence, with a challenge to you. But it's not just you designing this game. What I know that there's some not cooperative elements, but collaborative elements is the word I'm looking for.
Me and Carlo did one together. So there's 8 right now, 8 games. One was me and Carla. 2 or 3 were me and Sean from Flat Out Games, who just did just Point Salad.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. And then one of them was Nick, Carla's husband. Collaborated with me, and then there are 3 that are just ridiculously good by a guy I met in Atlanta just in May, and his name is Zach, and I can't ever pronounce his last name right. It's Hofstra. But
Ninja, wait, you're saying there's some good games in this game, because I haven't played those yet, so we're gonna see. I've only played 2. I played the one where you did the knuckle flip.
Yeah, that one's fun.
And then the push your luck one. Yeah. But all kidding aside, I saw that you have a bunch more that are going to be coming out. Tell us about Zach's games.
He did one that's Spider Moncala, basically, that he turned it into working with spiders, and then he did another one that's like cockroach poker, but it's with spiders. And then the one that's really good is he made an RPG for the set.
An RPG.
Yeah, it's called. I'll have to remember what it's called, but it was Mississippi something. Hold on, it's like an Indiana Jones type.
It had
game.
To be spiders.
Yes, exactly.
Spiders.
Yes. It's called Mississippi Jackson and the Curse of the Squeaky Inflatable Spiders.
Okay.
Wow, that just rolls off your tongue.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's like smooth honey. So. Yeah. Are you using the spiders out of the bag as the mini?
No, you pull the spiders if you ever have a decision to make in the game. So if you pull a glow in the dark spider instead of a black one, then you have a fail. And if you pull 2, it's a critical fail, I guess. But
well, the Name Father has the Kickstarter page up there for you. Christopher John says a Halloween game, creepy. Yeah. And that's been some of the talk I saw in the Kickstarter comments. People are getting in the spirit of the Halloween, the spider, the creepiness, the arachnophobia. What kind of timeline are we? Is this something people could have in their hands for Halloween?
It's possible. It depends on how many people actually back it. What we're going to do is fulfill it ourselves if we can. So we're going to get in a big room, sort spiders, and send them to people. So it should be fun. We might can get it by Halloween. That would be great. I don't know if it'll happen. That's
Mississippi Jackson and the Curse of the Squeaky Inflatable Spiders.
Yeah.
That. I don't know, Name Father, if that's going to work. Change up Cool Mini or not. Instead, use that. That's going to be a tough one. So, what are the pledge levels like? I know that you have kind of a tip jar one where people can just contribute to the project, right?
And then it's $10 just to get the game, and then for 13 you get a jumping spider expansion, which is ridiculously silly, a little jumping spider. Okay. And then the others are the $44 you can name a spider. And then if you want to contribute a game to it, it's $88. Okay. So, and then of course the $100 pledge that you said, which is to get live spiders.
And you're actually going to deliver live spiders to someone's house.
Sure. Why not? Now, there is a disclaimer that says there's no guarantee that they'll get there alive.
Okay.
Now, I'm kind of curious which one of the 35,000 named species of spiders you're going to deliver.
You can buy them on Amazon. And
really?
Yeah. You can also buy ladybugs, but, who needs ladybugs?
But Well, and there's only 3,000 species of spiders in North America. So are you going to go for a global spider or just a North American spider?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to consult Phillip, who is a spider enthusiast.
He's an arachnid enthusiast.
Yes.
An arachnophile.
Yeah, sure.
I'm hearing all kinds of expansions, though. You've got, like Wingspan, we had Elizabeth on, and Elizabeth said, hey, it's natural. I'm going to try to do all 7 continents. You could do all 7 continents of the bag of spiders, and then you could do bag of ladybugs.
It'll probably be bucket of ladybugs. That's a little better than bag of ladybugs. Yeah, because you need more of those to make it worth doing anything.
Mr. Sean, what could possibly go wrong? Ninja's gonna mail you live spiders to your house. What could possibly go wrong?
That would go over so well in my house.
Well, we thought about having the chance that you get live spiders. Just randomly, one person who buys it's going to get live spiders, but that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be problematic. But come on, you've been hinting all morning. Well, look, before we get to that, I do have to say that someone out there gave us a giant earworm, or maybe an ear spider in this case, a song that plays on the Kickstarter. Tell me about the development of the song. Phillip, have you heard the song yet?
No.
The lyrics are actually pretty simple. It's bag of spiders, spiders in a bag of spiders. And that's all you have to know.
Yeah. So immediately after coming up with the idea that, we could just do a Kickstarter for bag of spiders, Jamie comes up with the jingle, because that's what she does. So 5 seconds later, we have a jingle for the song, and it lasted the whole year. And I was working with a friend of mine who is a sound engineer. And he said, well, why don't you come on over and we'll just record it. So we've had the jingle recorded for about 3 months, and he's been toying with it, making it better. And then a guy I work with made the video, which is stop motion spiders.
Stop motion.
So it's ridiculously great.
All right, so you've been hinting all day about this big announcement. If you can get enough support today, and you guys are doing well. What is it now, Phillip? It's at 7,000%.
I'll tell you in a second. Right now, no, it's up to 8,200%.
From the show.
Yep, you have 43 backers with a total pledge of $826.
It's up another 13% just because of the show, Ninja.
Well, we just got to stay on all night, I guess.
God, I have to sleep.
All right, so I'm fishing here. Come on, man.
I thought you were reeling us back in. Good luck.
I'm fishing for Ninja. What you got for me? Give me a scoop. Gumbo. We love the gumbo scoops here.
Sure. So what is it you wanted? The stretch goal?
Maybe the stretch goal would be awesome. What can you give? Can you give us a hint about the big mystery stretch goal?
I can tell you at least one of the stretch goals now.
Ooh, okay. Now, let's go.
It's ridiculous.
It's spiders.
Okay.
You don't even need the disclaimer.
The ridiculous stretch goal that we're going to do first is another spider.
Okay.
That's it.
Adding spiders as a stretch goal. Okay. You're going to blow people away.
I know.
You are truly breaking Kickstarter with this project. That's what you're
ridiculous,
doing. Phillip, I don't know if you know, there's a move this month. Kickstarter started, I think, with the help of some of the tabletop people, where they're doing this break Kickstarter thing. They're trying to get people to do projects that are out of the ordinary, out of the norm. And actually, I don't know if you know, Ninja, you guys have been featured on the front page of Kickstarter all day. I guess because, I mean, every time I click on it, you're the first one that comes up. So I'm assuming it's just because lots of people exciting seeing those numbers roll up. But
I also talked to. We were having some trouble getting it launched this morning. We actually wanted to get it launched this morning, but that one of the people from Kickstarter helped me get it launched around 2:00. So she may have done something with that as well, because she's their outreach for games, and she helped a ton.
Well, we could talk bag of spiders all night, or we couldn't. Well, we could, but we need to tell people how long is the project, and what do they have to do to pledge.
It's 23 days we're doing it, so for 3 weeks. It's going to run through the end of Gen Con, so that we can talk to people about it there and, drum up more support for it.
All right, and that is Bag of Spiders.
Bag of Spiders.
Is it being published by Weird Giraffe, or it's kind of a thing between the two of you?
It's just me and Carla putting it out together, and they're going to help us with the fulfillment and stuff, because she's got the knowledge that I don't have.
No, I know what it is. Phillip, Fluffy did not want any part of this project. Fluffy the Weird Giraffe cat did not want. I think it's Fluffy, right?
Fluffins.
Fluffins. Yeah. Fluffins did not want any part of this project. because
Listen, those
Fluffins
spiders
is associated with successful Kickstarters that blow up, and then Fluffins is missing out because this one's the biggest project that Carla's ever been involved in.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. 7,700, 8,200%. So anyway, if you really want to go look at it, and it's worth checking out just for the jingle and the video. Yeah. But it's bagofspiders.com will take you right to the Kickstarter.
Or you can click on this link.
Or you can click on that link.
Video. Yep. Steve, the name father, doing his job as executive producer all the way from Montreal, Quebec. All right. So that is Bag of Spiders. BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guests here, Jeremy, the Game Geek Ninja, and Phillip, the Gaming Rabbi. I almost said Gaming Ninja double time. And we're talking some spicy hot games. I've got a game, fellas, I want to talk to you about. It's a game called Curios from AEG. Have either one of you guys played it?
No.
Not yet?
But it's brand new. Is that right?
It's brand new. It'll be out. They're going to have it for the big game night at AEG for Gen Con.
So to be in there with Point Salad?
Yeah, it'll be in there with Point Salad. So it came in a little box with both the games. And I've gotten to play Point Salad a couple of times, but I played Curios more. And it's Curios. Marty and Tony on their show today kept calling it Curious, but it's Curios. Like, Curios, the things that hold antiques, knickknacks, stuff you get on adventures. And that's kind of the theme here. This is a game. Have either one of you guys played No Thanks?
Yes.
Nope. Okay. No Thanks or For Sale or any one of those quick teach. Here's 2 or 3 rules, but we're going to play in 15 minutes and you can play it over and over and over again. And there's enough depth to it where it's more than just a little couple of card filler. It's one where you feel like there's some strategic decisions. That's the kind of game Curios is. It takes only about 15 minutes. It takes maybe 2 minutes to explain. The game is simple. There's 4 different colors. Each one of those have worker placement spots. You start out with 5 workers. They're adventurers, supposedly, but they're really just pawns. When you place it on a card, you get a gem of that color. Here's the quirk. You don't know the value of the gem until the end of the game. The hidden information is 16 cards, 4 of each color, 1, 3, 5, 7 points, and it's random. One of those cards is going to go underneath the artifact's color, and you know a couple of cards that you have in your hand, so you might have the 7 red, right? Phillip might have the 7 green. Ninja, you might have all 1s. So we have this hidden information, and each round we're watching how other people bid on the different jewels. Why is Phillip going and spending so much on the red? He must have the red 7 in his hand. Or is he bluffing? And each round at the end, you can pick up more of your workers by giving up one of those cards in your hand, which gives the other players more information, right? Do you want to get that new worker in exchange for giving up the information or not? Once 2 of the gem stores are empty, it ends the game. Everybody calculates the points. And I'm telling you, every time we've played it, when we flip over those cards and somebody said, I knew you had the 1, or I thought you had the 7, there's that bluffing and challenging going back and forth where people will feint. They'll go to the green, even though they know it's not good. Or I had a player throw out the 7 right away, and everybody dumped on that color thinking, oh, well, there's no 7. But the 5 was underneath because he still had the 1 and 3 in his hand. So he knew that if he collected all those, it's a ton of points with those 5-point gems. That's Curios from AEG. I got to give it 2 thumbs up. Is it something you guys are interested in? Would want to play? Do you guys play filler games?
Oh yeah, that's almost all I play now. And you said this one is good enough to replace For Sale and No Thanks to You, right? Is that what you posted the other day?
I would never take No Thanks out of my collection. No Thanks is one of my absolute go-to bidding games, right? Yeah. I'll tell you, Curios is pretty close, and it looks better on the table. Yeah. For Sale, for me, I have brought it out a couple of times. I first bought it 6 or 7 years ago, whatever it was. And, man, I just find that it's starting to see its age a little bit. I just find that people aren't that interested in the dual versions of the bidding. This thing is quicker and quickest when it comes to that bidding. I mean, right away, I'm either going to bid 1, 2, or 3, or 4, out of your arsenal. So, yeah.
I probably wouldn't play it. It's not the type of game. We typically don't do bluffing games in our house. We do bidding games. Like my wife and I very happily played the Estates Dice Tower Con, and she was unbelievably brutal.
It's a brutal game.
I love it, but it's a take that game without the meanness of a take that game.
Yeah, Ninja destroyed me in the States. I think I scored negative money when I played.
You did. You scored absolutely negative on that one.
I scored,
and that's certainly possible in that.
And then I played it again that same weekend with a couple
Bradley,
of people.
right?
No, well, yeah, I might have played it with him too, but I played it with Netters and
I wasn't on that game.
Maple Lady. And no, you weren't in on that one. And Gates. And we played it, and it was just brutal.
Wait, so Millman, you were there also at BGG?
I was at BGG last year, yeah.
Ah, all three of us were there. I know Ninja. I didn't really know you then. So
yeah,
I missed the tournament last year.
Yeah, well, the tournament last year at BGG was only 8 players. So, and again, I beat my rival and arch nemesis, Alex Goldsmith, at the final of the BGG tournament, just as I had beaten him in the semis at Dice Tower last year. So
wait, there was a baseball highlights one at BGG?
Yeah, but it was small. It was impromptu.
I didn't even know about this one. How did I miss that?
I'll make sure you know about it this time.
Yeah,
assuming you're coming.
Yeah, if I can make it. So that's Curios. One of the things I'll tell you, I don't like the player pawns. I think we're all way past Parcheesi player pawns that they have here. But everything else, and the card stock on the cards, everything else about the game, top notch. The first player token, you have that little lantern. That lantern is made out of metal, by the way. It's really nice. It's really pretty cool. The gems are giant. Let me see if I can solo in that and so you guys can see. The gems are giant, sparkly. They look amazing on the table. It comes in that box that some people like, some people don't. It's that one from Ninja. What is it? Forbidden Desert, Forbidden Island.
Yeah, it's one of those small ones. Yeah,
yeah. The GameWorks type box. Those type boxes. It comes with that. I'm not a big fan of those boxes for storage purposes. But for carrying around, it's the best because nothing moves. I mean, it's in there. It's solid. It's got the form-fitting thing, and that is Curios from AEG. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's not going to replace for sale. Potentially could, but I mean, I'm sorry, not going to replace. No thanks, but it replaces for sale in my collection. I'm ready to get rid of for sale now.
Yeah.
Anybody need a copy of for sale, by the way?
No, I think I have one.
You got one for sale.
I think I have one collecting dust somewhere in one of my shelves.
BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guests here, Jeremy and Phillip. We're talking lots of different games here, and I want to see. Ninja, are you able to hear everything? Are you still okay?
I can't see Phillip, but or hear him, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Not sure what's going on.
Can you hear me, BJ?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. So let me check with the chat room. Hey, chat room, let us know if you can hear Ninja or not, because we can hear him over here on this side, and I can hear Phillip. Let me know if you can hear everybody out there.
And I can hear Ninja, no problem.
So Ninja might be something on your side. I am not sure, but I'm going to see if we can figure that out. We'll keep checking around. BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guests here, Phillip and Ninja. We're talking board games, and the next one I want to talk about is one I'm very, very curious about. And Phillip, I think you've played it. You're the only one, I think, between the three of us that have played it. The brand new version of Pret-a-Porter.
I didn't play a full version, so I only played one round. I was being taught at Dice Tower Con by the board game pinup girl herself, Mandy Hutchins.
Sure.
And it's a game that fits into kind of my sweet spot. It's a little bit on the heavier side. It's probably a little bit heavier than, say, like a Viticulture or Rococo. I like the planning of it. I like the economics of it, having a degree in economics and going to a very strong economics school. I like economic games. They sort of fit into my wheelhouse. And I like the planning aspect of it. Are there other games that do that? Yes. But for me, between the theme, the economics aspect of it, it's something that really caught my attention, and I am backing it on Kickstarter. So I didn't do a full game, but I do think it's a type of game that would hit the table of my play group, and is something that I really like to focus in, which are like economic games. Are
you a big Kickstarter backer?
I am.
Okay. So the Pret-a-Porter has been out of print for a long time. From what I understand, if I remember right, it's Ignacio's very first board game. He had been doing RPG games before that, and it's considered really heavy, from what I understand. Did you find it pretty heavy?
No.
Or was it pretty heavy for back then, and now it's kind of moved toward medium now?
I'm a bad person to ask what's heavy. I like heavier games.
Berkey's telling me hello.
Yeah, all I can say is Mookie, and I'm not bitter. Yeah, we'll play next time, Mookie. Berkey, we'll talk. So for me, Lisboa, which I like to play, is on the heavier side for me, and that's a very heavy game. I've gotten into Splotter games over the last couple of years, which tend to be very heavy. So, do I think it's a super heavy game? No. Is it heavier than most? Yes. I would say.
Where would you rate it according to Lisboa? Similar?
Oh no, it's lighter than Lisboa. It's a good deal lighter than Lisboa. I would say
right
it's
in my wheelhouse. Then.
Yeah, it's kind of equidistant between Viticulture and Lisboa.
Okay,
it's kind of middle there.
That is my sweet spot. So
yeah, so it's
Ninja. He's saying that it falls right in between Viticulture and Lisboa in that kind of sweet spot between them. And that's right up my alley. That's my perfect games right there.
Yeah, it's probably still a little heavy for me.
So, like I'm getting into 18xx games too. So, I mean, that should kind of give you a sense of what I like and the kind of the heavier games that I will go after. So,
Phillip, here's what I thought was cool. I'm looking at the Kickstarter page, and I have it sold up right now. Ignacy kind of surprised us with some stretch goals that have actual art from all of these world famous artists. We're talking the Miko. We're talking Ryan Lockett. I can never pronounce his name. Piero. I just can't say it. But so many of the big name artists, and they're all doing special cards. That's in addition, Ninja, to cards done by Kwanchai Moria, who did the main part of the art for the game. So Ignacy's pulling out all the stops here.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, it kind of reminds me of when Vitalis Serta and Ian O'Toole put together the Gallerist, where with all the stretch goals, they were able to hire a bunch of artists to create art for the game. And so you see all these different types of art in the Gallerist, and now you're starting to see it in Pret-a-Porter, I guess.
Pret-a-Porter.
Pret-a-Porter. My French is non-existent. Yeah, Gavaroporuski, but not French. So I kind of like that. I think one of the things that, for me at least, going from the Avalon Hill games of the 1970s to the games of now, art is really an important factor. And I like games that not only have a good theme, but also have a good art basis too. And this kind of fits into my wheelhouse. Nice art, good mechanics, although probably, there's other games out there that have more innovative mechanics. And, the art, the theme, and good mechanics. What can go wrong?
That is awesome. We got Jeremy back, and it sounds like you got a better voice there, Jeremy. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I can hear everybody now.
Good.
So, Phillip, if you had to give just a couple of the quick mechanics, what would people be familiar with in this game?
Well, I mean, you have this planning phase and then the execution phase. There's a lot of economics. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember it as well as I should because I was playing a lot of games, and I didn't really get a full game in. But I just like the planning aspect of it. And one of the things that Ignacy said in one of his themes is this was a game that he brought to the Central Bank of Poland, the Bank of Poland, as part of a contest to help people learn about money and planning and economics. And they liked it because when you try to overdo one aspect of the economics without balancing it, it caused it caused you to lose points and lose the game. And so, I mean, I like the set collection aspect of it. I like the card drafting of it. I like it's not really worker placement. It's sort of more action selection where you're choosing where you're going to go and what you're going to do for that particular season. And all of those type of planning things are really things that I happen to like. Now, there are people, Sean is just saying that he had a nice post about it. Yeah, it was a great post about it, actually. And as someone who's worked with national banks, both here and abroad, it really is the type of thing that fits into these people's wheelhouse. So it's a heavier game. It requires more thought. And if you overload on one thing, and as opposed to getting a balance, it's going to cause you problems. And that's what I like. I like games that really make you think and make you stretch your brain. Get the little gray cell working.
Oh yeah, sure. When I checked the Kickstarter, it was close to $230,000, and this I saw when I was looking at the campaign page. This little note and stuff like that gets me. I always get excited about this. Ignacy's mysterious new content, which he's going to break at 250. I don't know if it's reached that. If either one of you guys have the Kickstarter
right
page
now, it's at 236,220. And given that a lot of Kickstarters get a final surge in the last 48 to 36 hours. 36 to 48 hours. It's probably very likely that it'll hit the 250 market if you're at 236 with 5 days to go.
I know what the secret content is.
Really?
Ooh,
yeah.
Break it to us. Break it to us.
It's another spider.
It's another spider.
There you go.
As I walked into that full face.
Great callback. I love
that. Hurts.
Great callback, Jeremy. Yeah. So Ignacy's mysterious new content, probably not a new spider. Thinking maybe some new art. I'm just. Stuff like that gets me really excited. I can't wait to see it. This is one I'm so close to backing. This one I was on the fence about, but I've decided I am going to back it. I mean, the one thing I do have a problem with most Portal games is their rule books, which seem to be Google translated off the Polish. And when they hire Paul Grogan, like Imperial Settlers,
when they hire Paul Grogan, Paul Grogan's great. Paul Grogan.
When you get the Imperial Settlers expansions and Paul Grogan's not involved, the expansion books they're just terrible.
They are.
Read them.
No,
it's so frustrating.
And first, and 51st State had that kind of similar problem, and so I'm going to do it because I could probably play it without needing the rule book to be excellent. Right. But it is something that they really need to work on, and I hope Ignacy gets it.
BJ from More Game Gumbo, we're talking spicy hot games, and there's one that I've got to play. Let's see if I can get a quick picture of it. That is, I did get to play that one. That's not the one I was thinking of.
Not spiders. We're done with spiders, please.
So scary. No, we're talking about My Little Scythe, a game from Stonemaier Games. Jamie Stegmaier picked this up, and here's a quick little story that's going to go in the blog post, so I'm spoiling in a second. I had Jamie on the show, and I'm just doing shtick, right? I'm always doing a bit, and the bit I did that night was, Jamie, I'm asking him a series of questions, and the last question was, he had just published The Wind Gamut, which, as you may or may not know, was a fan designed PMP that he found on BGG and published. He actually turned into a published game. So I asked him, I said, which is pretty unusual for a major publisher to pick something off of a PMP and publish. I said, Jamie, if I'm a betting man in the next 5 years, could I go to England? What would be the odds of me winning this bet that you would publish another PNP off of BGG? And he looked at me like he stops. If you watch the video, he stops and he's looking like, what does this guy know? I don't know anything. And he's like, so if it's BGG, it's probably not that likely. And I didn't pick up on the clue at all. A month later, he announces My Little Scythe, a fan-created expansion. This young designer had a young daughter, and she loved My Little Pony. They mixed it up together and turned into this great little game. And we've been playing it a lot, and
and we lost him, and he's gone. It's the gas from the Louisiana Bayou running into his internet, causing him to stay there. There he is. He's back.
I'm back. That's swamp gas from the fight. Thank you, Phillip, for giving me the play-by-play of my missing.
That's the improv that you needed.
I needed it.
I'm an actor. I'm acting and scene. Go ahead.
And scene. Back to your trailer, Phillip. So we're looking at My Little Scythe. My Little Scythe. If you guys haven't played it before, you guys have played Scythe, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, I've played. Not only have I played Scythe, I have taught Scythe. I am a Stegmaier or Stonemaier ambassador. I have one of those stupid little orange T-shirts that I paid for and got reimbursed.
Hello, Jesse checking in. Jesse Fernandez. Hey, Gumbo and guests. Welcome in, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. And so I actually got to play a beta version of My Little Scythe because I've done some playtesting for some of Jamie's stuff. It's extremely well done. I mean, I don't have kids now, excuse me, who are the age to play it.
Right.
And my wife is not going to play that with me, and my game group is not likely to play it. But it's a good game, and it's very clever in its implementation and the way it takes some of the Scythe mechanics and some of the overview and really creates a very cute little game with, fruit.
Jason says, Swamp Gas, not sure about that, but he'd been eating stuffed jalapenos for the last 3 days. That's courtesy of Donna Dinger. Be careful with those, Jason. Yeah, so you hit the nail on the head. I've gotten mixed reactions from the players. Our Gumbo game group, we love Scythe. So those guys aren't as big of fans of My Little Scythe. Yet, we bring it out at Southern Board Game Fest, and people that love Scythe recognize the requirements right away, and they can play it with their friends and spouses who aren't as big into these, Euro slash war games. It's not really, Scythe is not really a war game, but it's a little combination of a Euro and a control game. But what I liked is that I played it with my two sons, and one of the sons who was a big D&D guy, likes board games, more social deduction, more player interaction guys. He was like, I love this better than Scythe. This is my kind of game. It plays so quick. You move through it, but it gives me that feeling. My other son, who loves Game of Thrones, TI4, all the big games, he's like, nope, I want regular Scythe. So I think this game does fit in, because if you do have young kids, you can play Scythe, and you're gonna get the experience of some of the actions. You're gonna build up your character. You're gonna be moving around. You're gonna be delivering stuff. You're gonna be having pipe fights, although it's really just combat, but it's pipe fights. You're watching your meters, but at the same time, if you have a casual game group that likes to get a little bit meatier game, but doesn't want to play an hour or 2 hour game, this one's going to fit right in. So I think it's got a good market for it.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with Stephen O'Rourke, the name father. I do think of Scythe as more of a Cold War game. It's an economic game. It's a resource management game where the threat of combat is always hanging over your head. And that's actually one of the things I like about it. One of the biggest knocks about Scythe is that it's not a very good combat game. Well, it's not a combat game. It's the threat of combat game with an economic game and an action selection built in. And I said that without taking a breath.
Yeah, Mr. Sean says, we like My Little Scythe, and our group gives the feeling of Scythe in less time.
It's Scythe Light.
Scythe Light. So, Jeremy, which one have you played? Have you played either one of the games?
I've watched Scythe being played. I haven't played it yet, but one of the guys in my group played it. And he immediately bought My Little Scythe for his kids, because he had heard that it translated well to kids. And when he played it, he's like, oh, I'm getting this for them.
Now, Phillip, you might not know, but Ninja is a librarian over there in Hoover. Now, is this the kind of game that would fit well with your library?
I need to play it to find out. It's probably on the upper end of what we put in the kids section, but we have Scythe in the adult section. So
look at those minis.
Yeah, they're just too cool. Minis,
I mean, the front cover tells you everything you need to know about the game. This is not a game that's going to be appealing to those people who are looking for 4-hour Avalon Hill war games, right? That's not what this is going for. But I think it can fit where, how the Haba games for the most part are games that you're okay playing with your kids because they're not completely random boring, right? Same thing with My Little Scythe. This is the kind of game that I'm going to enjoy playing with my nieces, my nephews, the people new to the hobby. My family will play this game, and I can also break it out at a con when people don't want to think too much because of the noise and the distraction, and they can have a nice little 30-40 minute game. In fact, I find that the game runs shorter than the playtime. Phillip, have you noticed that?
Yeah. For my Little Scythe, yeah.
Yeah, My Little Scythe. I mean, look, we're already playing Scythe pretty quick. The last time we played Scythe, we finished in about 42 minutes. So maybe we're not the test group, but we're playing My Little Scythe in 30 minutes, roughly 25 minutes. It's a short game.
It's a short game, although just given the setup time, you'd probably want a little bit meatier game because there's a little bit more setup time than say like an Arboretum, which truly is a 30 to 45 minute game, right? So
right.
But it's a good game, and it translates well to kids. And if I had kids of the right age, or when my older daughter who just got married has kids, maybe I'll be playing with My Little Scythe with my grandkids once they arrive.
You need a copy.
Yeah, and we've got one coming to our group. So as soon as I play it, no, not a grandkid. But that's a little ways away. My daughter's only 2. So
you've got some time, Ninja.
I've got some time. Yeah.
BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guests here, Phillip and Ninja, and we're talking spicy hot games. And one of those hot games, it's so spicy, is Captains of the Gulf by our mutual friend Jason Dinger. Phillip, you've gotten a chance not only to get a copy, but to be almost an evangelist for it. Tell us about Captains of the Gulf.
So let me tell you about the wonders of Captains of the Gulf. Now, that's about as good as I'm ever going to do as for an evangelist. Yeah, so it's kind of funny in one sense. In one sense, it's Bubblegum, the board game, but it is a complex game which deals with a lot of issues that a Gulf of Mexico fisherman has to deal with. You are a fisherman who's going out of Morgan City, Louisiana, which is where Jason Dinger is from, and you're fishing for shrimp, crabs, and clams, all of which I can't eat, but that doesn't mean that it makes the game more interesting for me. And what you're doing is you're having to deal with the cycles of being a fisherman in the Gulf, and you have to worry about overfishing. You have to worry about, is there enough fish for you to be able to do what you want? Because if you go to an area and you take all the crabs there, it's going to be a long time before that area repopulates with something, and it could be crabs, it could be shrimp, and it could be clams. The game in itself has a rondelle, which both is an action selection mechanism as well as a round counter. You play over 8 rounds. You also have a multi-use cards, which is one of my favorite mechanics. I love multi-use cards. I played import-export. The one time I played Glory to Rome with someone else's edition, I love that, and I'm not going to spend $500 for Glory to Rome. So this is a very, very good game, and it has a lot of depth to it. It is surprisingly deep for the level of rules that are in the book. I enjoy the heck out of it. Now, full disclosure, I'm a friend of the designer, or I think we're friends. No, we're friends. And although Donna's never made spicy jalapenos for me, so I have to work on that. Not yet. But it's a really, really good game, and I really enjoy it. And I like the layers of the game. And I was fortunate enough to play it twice at Dice Tower Con. I played it with some people who hadn't played it before, so they wanted to play it. And both of them really enjoyed it. One of the guys who played it is a tugboat captain. He destroyed us. And
wow, really?
Yeah, he destroyed me. So I was a good teacher on that one because I came in dead last. And I lost to Chris Simone also, who's Bill Simone's son.
Christopher.
Who's going to LSU next year.
He is. Sharp cookie, that Christopher.
He is a very smart kid, and he's a good kid too. And then I was also able, and then over Facebook, Mandy, the board game pinup girl, asked me if I would teach it to her. So after she taught me Pret-a-Porter, I taught her Captains of the Gulf.
I saw those pictures.
Yeah, so that was with and 2 of my friends from the DC area. 2 board gamers who have a very big Instagram, who have a very well-followed Instagram account. They're fairly new into the board gaming. They've been only doing it for about a year to 2 years. And so they love the game too, so they want to get more plays into it. So, I mean, overall, I think it's a great game. I am really, really happy that Stronghold picked it up. And I'm really happy that more people will get this in their hands. And it's such a great game. It's such a great game. But I'm biased.
That is Captains of the Gulf. Yeah, exactly. Sean Jones says he's covered a few times at DTC, never got to try to play it. Oh, I missed one from Berkey. He says, I love the theme of this. Very unique. That's right, Berkey. You don't see that theme too often, fishing in the Gulf. But I've had Jason on a number of times on the show, and if you ever get a chance to go back, you'll listen to some of the episodes where he talks about visiting with his grandfather, talks about life in Morgan City and how closely the city is tied in with the shrimping industry. So it's, as I call it, it's an homage or a love letter to Jason's hometown and home area. And you can see that he's really put that love into it.
Absolutely. And it's a great game. And it's really, if you can get a chance to play it before the Stronghold edition comes out, I strongly recommend it. If you're a BGG con, I'm happy to teach it. And
it's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in the board gaming community. I mean, Jason's just incredible. I've met him for the first time at BGG Con.
Now you're making him red. He's watching the show.
He can be red.
His ears are burning right now.
He's extremely nice and extremely generous, and I just love everything he does. It's great.
And look, the first time I met him, evidently he met, and I don't remember our first meeting, but evidently I met him, and he said hello to me, and he was evidently excited to meet me. I'm not sure why. And it was right after a really bad game of Indonesia where I got my keister handed to me, and I was kind of like, you know how sometimes when you're in a mood and you're just not really focused on the social wherewithal.
You were butthurt, Phillip. You were butthurt, weren't you?
It was painful. It was painful, and sort of like how everybody else was at Baseball Highlights 2045 when I was playing. Ouch! But then I was trying to learn Tales of the Northland, Sagas of Noggin the Nog, which came out last year, which is a game I like, but I was having trouble with the rule book. And Jason, and I said hello, and he says, "Oh, do you know this game?" And I was like, "No, I'm struggling with it." And he just he stopped what he was doing. He and Donna sat there, and they helped us through the first 2 rounds. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy is so nice."
That's not a shot.
And we're not making you cry, Jason. You're wonderful. Stop it.
BJ from Game Gumbo. This is the Love Jason Dinger show, sponsored by Phillip Millman and Bag of Spiders designer.
Bag of Spiders, yes.
Jeremy, Game Geek Ninja. We've been stalling all night because I really don't want to have to talk about this, but you can't spell Board Game Rabbi without RBI. So we got to get to Baseball Highlights 2045. I cannot take credit for that joke. That joke is straight from Steve, the name father, and let's see if I got a picture. So we're not going to start with a picture of you. We're going to start a picture with me enjoying it, and me and my buddy Berkey. This is what I called Berkey's Revenge, the table, because he had lost to Jack in the tournament 2 years ago. So this was his chance to knock me out. He almost got me out. Berkey did almost knock me out, but he and I both survived our pod, although we both flamed out in the first round. But and he is not bitter about that at all.
He's bitter.
He says he's not. He's not bitter. So, yeah, Phillip, tell us quickly, Baseball Highlights 2045, the Dukes of Dice, Baseball Highlights 2045 sponsored championship.
Well, it wasn't sponsored this year, and it wasn't sponsored last year, but that's okay. So last year,
wrong way.
that's with somebody else. So there we go. That's the last 2 champions. So last year we had a tournament of 16. Yeah,
Berkey says, "Oh rats!" I thought it meant no. We've been saving it to the end, Berkey.
Saving it to the very end, Berkey, just for you. So we had a tournament of 16 people last year. It was a lot of fun, and Alex Goldsmith, Evan Sluskol, and I decided that we were going to try to do a 32-member tournament. We got Sean. I'm sorry.
There's Mr. Sean right there, watching you gloat with Alex after the tournament.
And then. So what we did was we got Dice Tower. We got Patrick to put us into the official schedule. We got a room. Evan, Alex, and I, who are the umpires, we decided the rules until they flamed out, not even making it out of the pot. So they became the umpires for the playoffs. And since I was still in the playoffs, I was no longer umpire. You can see in that shirt. We had the shirts made up where we have our name and it says umpire on the side and a little logo, and we even got a stupid little trophy.
Beautiful trophy.
It's a beautiful trophy. It's about yo big. It's not that big. It's from 1938. From there with your son, BJ. That's from Avon Park, wherever that is. It has 2 names on there. It's Avon Park Champions of 1938. It's actually pretty heavy. It's made of brass. And that was going to be the trophy. And so I did not expect to win it. I mean, there's 31 other players. And I had a couple really lucky breaks to Alex's great dismay. The first is there's a card called Scraps where you play this robot and then you chuck it and then you get whatever the top card is off the deck. Well, the card that I got off this, and this was getting back to Berkey's Mookie references, there's a card Mookie Rivers. Well, Mookie Rivers is a Magna glove, gives off $2 and hits a fast single and double. And that plus a couple of other cards really propelled my income game, and I was able to get some other really great cards. So I had a lot of Magna gloves plus a duplicating robot, and it was a lot of fun. Alex and Evan and I worked very hard to get all the pieces together. We think it went off relatively smoothly, and I have to give out a huge shout out to Eagle Griffin Games because they gave us a tremendous amount of swag. Everybody who needed a player's mat got one. They gave out half-player mats for everybody, and so for people who had them, they just said, "Here, somebody else take them," so that they could have a full player mat. They gave us 8 spring training boxes to give out to new players. They gave us a complete set for the new player, and what we decided is it's going to be for the new player who did the best. We had one person who had never played before and made it into the second round. So it was a great time. I am very fortunate to win. And for those of you that are in the board game group on Facebook, I am doing a montage of really stupid photographs of me holding the trophy with
they're funny.
With people who love me and
Your boss.
they're really excited about me having this trophy.
And apparently that's an inside joke that I know this had happened before, where people had taken pictures, not very happy because whatever it is, it's funny. I'm really enjoying it.
It actually the idea came from a series of, I don't know if you know Kathleen Mercury from St. Louis.
I know her from, she did an appearance on the Dukes of Dice show.
Yeah. So Kathleen Mercury is great, and she last year had won the Geekway to the West spinning tops contest, and they have this belt. And so everywhere she went with this belt, she took a photograph with it and tagged a person. So during my interview with Alex for the Dukes of Dice episode, he was like, okay, well, you're going to have to take pictures with it like Kathleen, because, he now lives in St. Louis as well as Kathleen. And I'm like, all right, Alex, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to tag you. So
6 days a week, we need to see a picture. 6 days
I'm not
a
going to
week.
do it every day because I do have a day job that causes, for instance, I'm not home right now. Right now, I'm in Lake Mary, Florida on business. So I'm not even home. But I forgot to bring it with me. I was hoping to get a picture with me in the TSA, but the TSA guys don't seem to have a sense of humor.
That would not. Yeah, that might not go well. Mr. Sean says he did a little research. Avon Park is a town in Florida named after Shakespeare's home.
Ooh,
interesting.
I thought there was in Avon Park, New Jersey, too. But
I do know that Avon Park, Florida, did have a minor league baseball team, and it's been a spring training site for a bunch of Major League Baseball teams. So who knows where that trophy came from? You know what? Maybe someone from the Gumbo chat crew can do a little digging and find out what Avon Park Championship 1938 means, because I would love to know before next year's tourney.
Well, there is an Avon Park in Saddlebrook, New Jersey, that does have a baseball field. So,
okay. So there might be more
but it
than
may
one.
not have had one in 1938. So who knows?
All right. So that is the Baseball Highlights 2045 tournament. I mistakenly called it the Dukes of Dice because in 2017, Alex is the one who started it, but you guys have taken over. You guys did a fantastic job. It's really the Dice Tower Con Baseball Highlights 2045 tournament, right, Phillip?
We call it the World Series the World Championship held at Dice Tower.
I like it.
Now that the Dice Tower is shifting.
What are the plans?
What I understand the plans now is that it's going to be going from that Tom Vassell and the crew are going to be taking it over. Patrick Havert will no longer, and his family will no longer be running it. It's going to be in a new location, not, in my opinion, not one of the better locations.
Yeah.
It'll go from 3,600 people to 1,800 people. It'll still be the same weekend. It'll be right by the Florida Mall. So for those that you were at Dice Tower Con, you know how bad parking was. So you won't have that problem. It's a wait and see. We'll see what happens. So look, it was a great con. We had a great time. We'll see what happens next year. But we just called it until somebody else tells us differently. Alex and I have decided that this is the Baseball Highlights 2045 World Championship because we've yet to see another tournament that had 30 plus people. Nice.
And that is Baseball Highlights 2045 tournament. This is a board game show, fellas. So you know what we have to do on a board game show. We got to play a board game, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Kevin was asking a question, though. How do you feel about that new Dice Tower East versus the Escape Winner? I don't know. Next year I'm going, on a 30th anniversary thing, so I may be missing out anyway. But I really liked the organization that let's call them the Escape Winner people had. Plus, I'm a Dice Tower contributor. So I like visiting with the other contributors, people like the brand or, other people that I know from the network. So I liked the combination of the two. Hey, do I trust Tom Vassell to put on a quality product? Yeah, he does. So I'm sure it'll be okay. But wow, I thought it was a good marriage between the two. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in this. I'm not related to Dice Tower in any way, shape, or form. But I enjoy the people and I enjoy the play, and I enjoy the gaming nature of it. I don't go to any of the sessions or the seminars. I just play games. So it's going to be a wait and see. And like my friend BJ here, next year is also my 30th wedding anniversary. So I suspect my con attendance will be somewhat limited.
Yeah, it's going to be tough next year. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. BJ from Board Game Gumbo, let's get right to our game presented by our friends from Game Toppers LLC. Berkey's in the chat room and he knows that the way to upgrade your gaming experience is through Game Toppers, their mats, their table toppers. We have one with the Southern Board Game Fest that I have at home that I play on. You can see all the pictures that we take from our reviews and our playthroughs right there on the Game Toppers mat. He's got a Kickstarter 2.0 going right now, and Phillip and Jeremy, it is blowing up. It's got so many cool things. He's upgrading the rail system. If you want, you can get added components on there. I love the new collapsible cup holders that he has for the cup holders. And maybe the best part and most exciting part is Berkey has got all this amazing art. He's got Ryan Lockett designing a mat. He's got the guy that did the art for Reavers of Midgard. He's doing a mat. So you can get out all these new mats and everything coming on there right over there with the Game Toppers LLC Kickstarter. Make sure you check that out. All right, let's get right to our game. We've got a special guest in. Verla from the Board Gaming Ambassador is going to be joining us to play the game with us. Verla, what's up? Say hello to everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
And you can hear my dog bark. Sorry about that.
Whoa. That's going to be rough.
I'm out.
All right, so we're going to be playing a new game tonight. It's not a new game for the world, but it's a new game for us here on Board Game Gumbo. It's called Just One. I'll go over the rules real quick. I've got a whole set of cards here out of my Just One box. And what I'll do is I'm going to secretly give the word to all of the people in the show. So
She
Phillip,
sounds like she's about to lock me up.
everything okay, Verla?
You're going outside,
Yeah.
Phillip.
She went outside, shut the dog door.
Okay. So I've got Phillip and Jeremy and Verla. I'm going to give the clues to the Rabbi, the Ambassador, and the Ninja. It almost sounds like a joke.
Yes.
I'm starting a joke here. So I'm gonna give the word to those three privately, and then everybody in the chat room. We're not doing jambalaya, Jesse. Sorry, we're not doing the jambalaya game tonight. We're doing just one.
That's not good either.
We're trying. Well, it could be. It could be. I was throwing some recipes out for you. I did some research on it. All right, so I'll give a word to the three of you. You will secretly think of a clue that could get the chat crew to guess the word I've given you. Don't say it out loud. Instead, in this little chat thing, you should see a little chat button on your screen, right?
Left-hand side, kind of yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's kind of orangey.
You should see a misspelled word there. So
Yeah. T-sitting?
yeah, it's supposed to be tested.
There we go.
All right. We'll edit all this in post. Don't worry. So we'll fix it. So I'll give you the word. I'll count to three. You all type in your word, and when I say three, hit enter. If any of those words match, if they're the exact same, they are excluded. But if any of them do not match, I'll give those clues to the chat crew, and we'll keep track. If Steve's here and he's able to keep track, the name father will keep track. If not, I've got a window open here, and I will take a score. So, all right. Any questions about how to play Just One?
And don't forget what they win.
Oh, you ready to announce something, Jeremy?
Yeah, just tell them what they win.
Coconuts?
They're going to win a bag of
spiders.
Live spiders?
Hand delivered by Ninja to your house.
Sure.
But that excludes the continental U.S. Only international winners.
Right.
Now, if you're in the continental U.S., what do you win?
Yeah, I'm going to give away a bag of spiders. Somebody's going to win. Yeah.
Live spiders to our international guests.
The real game.
No, I am a lawyer, so we're going to have to do a little bit of and all that says continental U.S. only. And yes. Jeremy Davis is going to provide a bag of spiders to tonight's winner. All right, everybody ready for this game?
Yeah, let's go.
My fingers are ready to fly on the keyboard.
All right, let's go with something. Let's go with something easy here. Okay, you ready, guys? We'll start with an easy word.
We need sort of Jeopardy music.
There's your word. The secret word is in there. I won't announce it to the chat crew. The chat crew, get ready. I'm giving them a couple of seconds to think. Yeah, I'm putting Steve on the spot. Don't worry, I got it. I got the document open. I'm going to keep track. So, what could possibly go wrong, Steve? All right, so here we go. On 3, 2, 1, you're going to put it. 3, 2, 1. Put your word.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Ninja and Phillip zeroed out. Can't use those words. Don't say where they are. Chat crew, you get one clue to figure out what this secret word is.
No one's going to win a bag of spiders.
This is going to be impossible. Your secret, your clue is bar. Bar. All right, chat crew, your secret clue is bar. Can anybody figure out what word they're thinking of? Unfortunately, Verla was the only one to have a unique clue. The other two had the exact same clue.
Now, that if we play it right, they can only get one guess apiece, right? Because you can only guess once in the game.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I want to give away a bag of spiders, but I'm just saying if you want to get the essence.
You
of
are
the game,
stingy with those spiders, Jeremy. Wow.
Just call me. I'll give you spiders.
All right. So Steve says gold. Is that right, chat guys? No, that is not right. No. Sean says foo. Foo bar. Oh, foo bar. Okay. All right. That's not how you spell that, but that's okay. Kevin's got it's more than one word. Kevin, you got to limit it to one word. All these clues are one word. So ink can go stool, bar stool. Oh, I like that. Dugas says limbo. It's not limbo.
When you do limbo, you go under a bar. That's clever, David.
That would have been good, Dave. I think we're gonna have to call this one. What do you guys think? I think that's gonna be pretty tough. All right. So the word was
chocolate.
Chocolate. All right, chocolate. So let's throw that one out. No one got that one. You know, Jeremy, the winner may get one word right.
One spider.
All right.
Make it a live one.
Yeah, it's a live spider.
Ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Yep. Here is your word. Word number 2. All right. So far,
I have to think about this one.
So far, it's guests 1, chat crew 0.
I don't think we win if we don't get it. That's just we're
Johnny Pack had some good ones. Bartender, lawyer, none. All those were good, but Johnny, it's chocolate, unfortunately. But here's the next one. So they're working on it. You guys ready? Locked in your guesses?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. So 3, 2, 1. Give us your clue. Oh, chat crew, you got three clues this time. All right, Johnny Pack, Sean, Dave, here we go. Your 3 words are Spanish, museum, and Pablo. All right.
This one should be easy.
It always seems easy when you've got the word.
Adam Austin has no idea. So, Adam, we're playing just one. They've got to try to give you one-word clues to figure out the secret word. The clues are, I just
put them up.
I did.
It's that swamp gas again. Getting that, yeah.
Oh shoot! All right, we got it back here, and Steve O'Rourke gets it with Picasso.
Yay!
Nicely done, Steve. Oh, everybody's getting in there.
Easy.
Yep. Kevin's there, and Sean Jones is there, but Steve was the first one to get it. And Johnny was there. Everybody was in there. Adam, just to give you the quick rules, I'm giving out a secret word to the guests. The guests have to come up with a clue. If any of those match, they get knocked out, and the remaining clues go to you. So here we go with clue number 3. Get something good here. Something good here.
How about onomatopoeia?
That would have been a good one. Like dog.
Exactly.
Dog.
Yeah. See, exactly.
That's the worst example I've ever heard.
Or like cat.
Exactly.
Cat. It's an onomatopoeia.
No, it's awful.
Jump.
This is a bit, right? You're doing a bit.
I'm doing shtick, Jeremy. I'm doing shtick.
Shtick.
All right.
I'm glad to hear someone from Louisiana using Yiddish. That makes me happy.
Is it Yiddish? I thought it was Creole. I had no idea. So, all right.
Everything's Creole to you.
It is. It all tastes like Creole to me. All right, here we go. So, your clue is in there. Don't let anybody know. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it. I'm trying to get rid of this comment. Why can't I get rid of it? All right, there we go. For some reason.
And I think the swamp gas has got to him again. That swamp gas. It's almost like the swamp thing, like the Avenger.
All right, keep talking. Keep talking.
We're ready. We're ready.
We're good.
We're good. All right, here we
Good to
go.
go.
So, lock in your guesses. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we got 3 of them here. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. I'm unable to post them. For some reason, my swamp gas thing is not letting me do it, and I can't figure out why. But all right, so let's see. I'm just going to have to give it to you just live. Here we go. Here's the 3 words. Ready? The clues are downpour, boots, and drops. All right, chat crew. So Phillip said downpour, Verla said boots, and Jeremy said drops. What do you think the word is? What could it be?
It's spiders.
It has to be spiders, right?
Spider boots does whatever Spider Boots does. Wow.
Steve is just killing. Hey, we call him the name father for a reason.
That's true. That's true.
That's why he's the name father. He's killing it. Steve's
He wants this game.
He really wants a bag of
He
spiders.
really wants a bag of spiders.
And wait, and second prize, 2 games of bag of spiders.
Because no one else is going to win.
So many people so close. Johnny Pack, you're so close. You got to be quicker on the draw. All right, are we ready for the 4th clue?
Yep.
Clues, they're still coming in with their guesses, but it's all the name father all the time. Hey, I just pulled this one up, so.
Are you kidding
Bada
me?
bing. Nope. There we go. I just pulled it up.
Oh, man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I didn't quite get that one, Christopher. That's a good one. But remember, it's only one word. The clues are one word. All right, so the chat crew's working on one.
Jeremy and do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just have to find something you're not going to use.
Right. Same here.
Trust me, you're not going to use what I'm using.
Okay, but because I'm going to spell everything wrong, just so you
That's
know.
okay. It's all transliteration.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry. We'll fix all this in post, man. It's all good. All right, what do we got here? 3, 2, 1. Post your clues. Oh, great. Okay, we got 3 clues for you, chat crew. Here we go. Verla says 8. Phillip says latkes. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Latkes.
Latkes. Okay.
Which are delicious, by the way.
And Ninja says menorah. What is it out there? Anybody? Take a guess. That's who's going to get it first.
And it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Although that would be a good guess.
Well, they are from New York.
Yeah.
Berkey's sponsoring the game tonight, and he hasn't even gotten one right. Come on, Berkey, get in there.
And the clues again are 8, latkes, and menorah.
Very good. Very good.
That's my NPR voice.
I like that.
And Stephen O'Rourke.
What?
Yeah, he's crazy. And he spells it right, too, in English.
Same winner every time. He is too good at it. All right, we got 3 more to go. Ready?
All right.
We're going to keep this rolling. Dave says poop. No, it's not poop. Sean did have Hanukkah, but it was Steve O'Rourke who dinged in first with Hanukkah, and it was spelled correctly. That should be.
I was thinking oil, but I figured latkes.
Christopher John said dreidel.
Dreidel would work too, but yeah.
I thought dreidel was going to get used, so I didn't do that one.
Jesse's there with
almost
Hanukkah.
put dreidel.
Yeah.
Jesse's there with Hanukkah. All right, so I've given you guys a clue. I'm watching the chat crew come through with theirs. Steve O'Rourke got it right. He is whooping up on the chat crew tonight. He's got 3. All right. Got it. People are getting them right, though. They're just a little bit behind, you know?
All right. I got mine done.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
No, Ninja's still thinking. Verla's still thinking. All right, so let's go over the scores real quick. So far, Steve 3, everyone else none.
You know, Steve O'Rourke is mimicking now my baseball highlights 2045.
Oh my God, he's killing me, Phillip. Oh cow! You only have 362 days left to do this. Okay, so we're gonna binge that somewhere.
For everything it's worth.
Yeah, you better. You better. Jack's gonna practice every day till he can get to the finals this time. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Go with the clue. I am sorry, chat crew. Jeremy and Phillip had the same word. Verla?
That was this close to having their word. I changed it at the last second.
I was actually thinking about doing a different word, but I didn't think anybody else would use mine.
Sean, Jesse, Christopher, Dave, Steve, here's your clue. Verla says helmet. Helmet with an H. Helmet.
How else do you spell helmet?
With a J? With a J?
Well, you know, in Moldavia, they spell it with a V. Velmet. This is velmet. A very, very nice velmet. It's made of metal. It's velmet.
Oh. Okay, maybe a helmet with an H was unnecessary. Maybe that was unnecessary.
I don't know. I'm going to like my velvet now. That's going to be very fashionable.
It's a velvet.
It's a velvet velvet. Where I eat velvet.
So, Phillip, I had a teacher at school, 4th grade. Actually, I was in the class next door, but his name was Herbert Hebert. Now, why would that be unusual in Louisiana?
No clue.
Ninja? Verla? Anybody?
Hebert, was it spelled A-B-E-R-T?
H-E-R-B-E-R-T. Herbert Hebert.
Yeah.
Herbert Hebert.
Like Herbert
H-E-R-B-E-R-T.
Hebert.
Anyway, maybe that's funnier in Louisiana.
I'm just happy that I know that Acadians are, you know, from that live in Louisiana. That's the only thing I'm happy that I knew before meeting Jason Dinger.
How about this? Johnny Pack getting it in. He's getting it done with Viking. I think he's the first one. We had a couple other guesses. We had Michael. We had Bicycle.
It was Jonathan Pack. Yeah.
What's up, Mick? Good to see Mick Fitch in there. Nicely done, Johnny Pack with the big one.
Jason says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Jason, it's a popular choice, but it hasn't been. You know what? If they keep guessing, though, eventually it's going to get to that. So.
Okay.
With an H.
With an H. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with an H.
With an H.
The H is silent, like in Spanish.
Yes.
And Johnny Pack, I can't wait. I'm going to be trying Sierra West at Gen Con. Johnny Pack's a board game designer, Phillip, and he had Coloma that came out.
Sure.
And he's got Sierra West that's going to be out at Gen Con. Can't wait to try that. All right.
Are
you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Got a couple through to go. A lot of no, Johnny can't guess twice. One guess. He's got all kind of good names in there. All right, chat. All right, guys. Here we go.
Oh, you got to be that one.
It came up randomly. I'm just going through cards.
And everything that we have to use has to begin with the letter H.
It does. Yeah. Every clue. Let's start with the letter H. Yep, Mick. You should know over there in Houston, right next door to us, things are different in Louisiana. We're the only, this is a little trivia for you, Verla. We're the only state in the union you do not need a passport to go. I mean, only foreign country in the United States that you don't need a passport to go in and out of.
The only foreign country?
Yep.
Have you ever been to Brighton Beach, Brooklyn?
No, I haven't. No.
That's English is not the primary language there.
Oh, really?
They all speak Russian.
Johnny Pack, take a look at this. Mick wants to try Sierra West, and Jason will be at Gen Con. Hopefully I'll see him a couple of times at Gen Con. Although, Jason, I'm not sure you understand the scope yet. It's not BGG. It's a big one. It's really big out there. So I'm looking
way
forward
too
to
big.
seeing. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, I haven't been to Gen Con since it moved from Wisconsin.
All right. Wow.
I remember when it was in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That's why it's called Gen Con. And get off my lawn.
Started by Gary Gygax.
That's right. And Stephen Artson. Yep.
Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Give us your guesses.
Oh, man.
No, Ninja, no.
But you know what the funny thing is I changed Jeremy's word at the last minute to my word. So that
Excellent.
worked.
Really?
Excellent. Yeah.
That works.
So I got good news, chat crew. You do have 3 guesses, 3 clues. I'm not going to say they're great, though. I'm going to tell you.
Hey, mine's excellent.
Mine's
They're great.
fantastic.
They're great. Yeah.
My baseball highlights world championship.
I am not going to rate these. I'm going to let you rate them. Here we go. So we got Verla with mask. We got Phillip with shuriken. And we got Jeremy with stealthy spelled with an H.
2 H's in this case.
Yeah, Sean and I are pretty close to the same age, and he remembers Gen Con in Lake Geneva. I remember it also. I remember reading Dragon Magazine when I was 13 or 12 or 13, and they were talking about this Gen Con, and I said, someday, I was telling my buddy Phillip.
And the swamp gas is hit. Here comes the
Phillip.
swamp gas. Oh no! Oh no! The chemicals in the swamp are getting at BJ. Help us, dear Lord, help us!
Oh, sorry, we're back live.
And we got 3 people almost all at the same time. It looks like Steven hit it first, though. The name.
Right. Steven ninja'd this one, wouldn't you say? Yeah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it was close. Adam was right there, and Jason was right there
too. So was David. Everybody. Oh, Jesse, close, but no cigar.
Dave, you gotta be quick. Don't quit. You just gotta be. You gotta play better. You gotta play better.
Just be type faster.
All right.
Christopher John says Jason. Oh no, that was Psycho. I don't remember the theme song to the Jason movies.
All right, so that was Ninja, right? And that was Steve O'Rourke. So let's go a quick recap before we get to the last 2. We've got Steve with 4 and Johnny Pack with 1.
Yeah. So the last 2 are really gonna pull it out here.
You know what we'll do? We'll make these ever increasing. The next one is worth 2 points.
There you go.
There you go.
The following one after that will be worth
3 points.
3 points. So still,
why not make it a geometric progression?
We're going to stop it there. I took no math in college, and I don't plan on ever doing that. So.
Oh, math is good. Math is fun.
In college,
my father was a math professor.
Oh, all right. That's really good.
I like math.
Let me see a good one.
They came up at random. He's looking for one.
I know, it's really funny. Hanukkah Ninja. There you go.
It's all.
Yes, I know.
Oh, this one just came up. Let's just.
Oh my goodness.
Oy vey. What's
You're
going on?
not frozen anymore, BJ.
Just random. Yeah, exactly. I'm not frozen.
I think he's standing the deck. All right. I'll stop now.
The next random word that came up from the random word generator. No, so Dave, the winner gets a bag of spiders. You have the game wrong. The winner gets a bag of spiders. Oh, we lost Ninja. What happened to Ninja? Let's send him down. What happened to Ninja?
I don't know. He just left. I think
Swamp
he's tired.
Gas.
Yeah, it's the Swamp Gas in Alabama.
Yeah, I'm
all
here.
right. Are you still there, Ninja? All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're only going with 2 clues right now because I don't see Ninja.
All right. Tell me when you're ready to
Verla, you got it locked in?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Good. Oh, no. Jeremy's still there. He's got his clues. We just can't see him. Okay. That's good. So he still can hear us.
Yeah, I can see Jeremy.
I can't see him at all. Can you guys see him?
I can see him.
I can see him now.
He can waving.
I don't
He's
see
got
him.
a fighting band on.
I don't believe you. I don't think he's there. But anyway, we got 3 clues. Here we go. So Jeremy says he's got 2 clues for you. He says, "I'm here" and crossbow. Although I think
I'm
the
crossbow.
Oh, sorry. So Jeremy's this "I'm here" and Wookie. Although I don't think "I'm here" is an actual clue, but Wookie it is. It does fit the H rule though. So I'm proud of you, Ninja. Phillip says crossbow, and Verla, playing the game correctly, has Harry with an H. So that's the only one who didn't. The only one who didn't was Phillip, but that's okay. Crossbow.
I'm a loser.
That's how you win baseball highlights. You zig while everybody else is zagging, right?
That's it. And that's my story, and I'll stick with it.
So is it big money? Is that the way to win a tournament?
It's big money, but it's also a tournament's a little bit harder because you have to build a broader deck, and it can't be a one-trick pony. Okay. Right? You have to be able to, you don't know if you're playing a cyborg heavy or a natural heavy or a robot heavy deck. So you need to be really balanced. And that was one of the things that really, we got a winner. Adam
Austin with the big Chewbacca. Everybody else was in there with the Chewie and Sean Jones. They were all over it. That was a pretty good one. All right, we got one final one. I got a early morning swim, so we're gonna get this one final one. That was worth 2 points though for Adam Austin. So he's in this. If he gets this last one, he's the big winner.
Okay.
Let's see. Chewbacca is Adam. All right. And the last one drawn completely at random, having no idea where I got this from.
Swamp Gas.
Uh-oh, I am locked out again.
Oh, no, I can see you.
No, we see you.
We can see you.
We're trying to make us think it's random.
That was a really cool dance. I think that'll be the new craze with all the kids.
It was. All right, here's the last one, everybody out there. It's worth 3 points. 3 points. Ninja, the Chewbacca was worth 2 points, and this one is worth 3 points. Are we ready?
Yes.
Bring it.
The word.
Bring it on. Oh,
Here's the word. Totally random. Just picked out of the wheel of randomness.
I'm ready. And none of you are going to use this word. I'm sure of it.
Ninja, you'll have to let us know when you're ready. Just type something in the chat so we know. Oh, no, Jason, don't sign off yet. We got one last clue. You got to get this one.
Come on, Jason. Don't leave us. Unless Evie's there, then you can leave us.
You can't leave on the last turn. You got to finish the game out. All right. I guess I'm gonna assume that
Ninja's just giving me the thumbs up, so he's ready.
Okay, good. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Put your clues in. Okay. All right. So here we go.
Why did I put that word in?
I didn't say these clues are good, chat crew, but here we go. I'll let you decide who I'm talking about. So Ninja says bag. Phillip says, Verla says 8, and Phillip says Astoria. You got me. You're gonna have to explain this one because I'm not
that one. Because my brain went one place and I should have written a different word.
That's right, and it's trademarked, John. It's the wheel of randomness. I'm using the complete wheel of randomness right here. I hold in these nicotine stained hands.
Unlike me, I'd never stacked my deck when I played Highlights 2045.
Wild, wacky stuff here. All right, the wheel of randomness.
No one is guessing it.
Come on, chat crew.
There's no one left.
Yeah. Well, we have 9 viewers.
I'll give Christopher. He's had the
David
best clue.
David got it. Spiders.
Oh, Duke with the big one.
There you go.
Spiders right at the end. Fantastic. Chris says Oregon and Goonies. All right.
I was right there with you, Chris.
So, oh, really?
Astoria, Oregon. That's where the Goonies was filmed.
Okay.
Coastal town.
Okay, so the reason I said Astoria is because Spider-Man is from Astoria, Queens.
Excellent. That's pretty good. And you knew no one was going to pick that, right?
And I was thinking Spider-Man, but it's just spiders. It's not Spider-Man. So
Spider-Man. Well, I think Steve is the big winner tonight. Steve, the name Father O'Rourke, he asked to donate it to the next person who won, and that would be out of the goodness of his heart, Ninja, he wanted to donate it. No, it's in reality he's up there in Montreal, so he wanted to make sure, and he's a member of the show, so he wanted someone else to win. So the second place winner was Dave Duga, who does do some writing for the Gumbo. So I'm going to go to the next person, and that is Adam Austin Chewbacca with 2 points. Johnny Pack right behind him with the Viking win. So, Adam Austin, you're the big winner of Bag of Spiders. Verla, thank you for joining in. I wasn't sure how this is going to. Yeah, Steve said, Steve, I'll have to cut your salary if you want to win the Bag of Spiders. Which I'll do. I'll cut your salary if you want, if he wants to win it. All right, Board Games, that's it for another episode of Gumbo Live. I want to thank all 3 of my guests, Jeremy Ninja Davis, who I can't hear from, so you guys are going to have to let me know if he's talking or not.
No, we're good.
Phillip Millman, and, of course, the Board Game Ambassador, Verla. How can they reach of you? Let's start with Ninja because I can't hear him.
Can you hear me, Phillip?
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
I can too.
So they can get me on Twitter at Game Geek Ninja.
Let me know when
but right now, bagofspiders.com is the way to go.
All right, he's finished, and I'm going to go. Actually, Verla, why don't you let the fine folks out in the Ethernet know where they can reach you?
They can reach me at Instagram at the Board Game Ambassador with underscores between each word, or I'm always active on Facebook on the Gateway and Filler Games group.
And rounding up the corner, I can be reached on Twitter with the @ Board Game Rabbi. I'm also an admin for a 38,000 member Facebook group called the Board Game Group, interestingly enough. And if you need a link to that, please give me a call or send me a tweet. And I also have an Instagram, which I can't remember my name of it, which is sad. Thing is, says I'm so old and get off my lawn.
In the show notes, it's the_board_game_ambassador.
Thanks, BJ.
That's awesome.
That's it.
But that's how you can get a hold of me as well.
Make sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo. It helps us to get out the word about all of our upcoming guests and shows. Next week and the next week after that, we're off because we're doing our Gen Con prep. And, of course, we're heading out to Gen Con, but we'll be doing some post-Gen Con shows for you.
And he's stuck.
You are frozen again.
He is stuck. That's where he is. He is stuck in the limbo between this world and the gaseous world of the swamps of Louisiana, where the crocodiles and the spiders, where there are bags of spiders available, and the trees with moss, lots of Spanish moss that have bugs in them, including bags of spiders.
I'm back. I'm BJ from Board Game Gumbo, and until next time, Verla, Ninja, and Phillip. Until next time, laissez le bon temps rouler.
And
Thanks, guys.
Vidania.
Have fun.
Bye.